challenges in their lives. The Wall family would like to thank the Arlington High School Girls Soccer Program for continuing to remember Catherine and all of those who have to suffer with this horrible disease. They are so grateful that her legacy lives on. She was an athlete, a fighter, an inspiration, and a role model. Today, many members of Catherine's family, including Jean, Becca, Mary, Jacob, and Chloe, are with us. Thank you very much. Thank you again to the Wall family.
Good evening. Welcome to Pierce Field at Arlington High School for this girls varsity soccer Middlesex League match. Arlington Spy Ponders against the Woburn Tanners. Spy Ponders come in at 4-2-1. Latest win against Belmont, a 2-0 win. Tanners 5-1-1. Strong win against Lexington 3-0, but last two matches dropped a game 4-2 to Winchester and tied Belmont 0-0. So really expecting a tough matchup this evening. My name is Phil Ryan. I'm alongside Paige Forster. On the camera today is Lewis McCulloch, and we thank ACMi Sports for the coverage and the live streaming this evening. So Paige, welcome back to the booth. Good to have you here. Any thoughts? You were at an earlier game against Wakefield. Anything you'd like to see this evening?
I think the last game I watched, the girls came out a little bit slower than expected. Hopefully they can get an early lead. That would be nice to see, and then just see some nice football being played in a comfortable situation. So, looking forward to seeing how we're going to start off, and it should be a decent game.
Should also mention special night here at Pierce Field. It is the Pink Game Breast Cancer Awareness, where you honor Catherine Wall, former Arlington High School player, athlete, graduate. So nice night here. Great to see the Spy Ponders in their pinks. They'll start out left to right. Woburn Tanners in their away whites, right to left. Referees apparently not having an issue with the all-white socks tonight.
Right. Oh, because you can't see the big pink jerseys.
Referee's getting set here. Woburn is getting set to kick off. Woburn kicks off. They just play it direct towards the near side. Senior Natalia Fotopoulos will collect that for the throw. Ryan controls. Heavy touch though, loses it. Well taken by Woburn. To play it up the near side. Again, going direct again. Mojo Maxwell easily off her line. Woburn, I think, has some fast players up top page, probably expecting a lot of direct play as they look to spring them and get behind the Arlington defense.
Yeah, hopefully the back three for Arlington are going to be ready for that. I think they've probably prepared and watched film to see that that's going to be one of their main threats. So hopefully the girls are going to be able to really, deal with that. And I'm sure this past week they've been able to train that as well.
Smart play from Paolillo, letting that go out on the far side. She throws in. Hannah Berry looks to collect, does well to keep it in play. Finds Weezy Mueller. Good to see Weezy back on the field. Missed a game through concussion protocol. This is going to be a dangerous play here. Belladoman challenges. That's number 2, Nicole Ganji, running through the ball. Spy Ponders look to build out of the back. Ava Berry, Abby Greable now. Looking for Ryan on the through ball. Ryan does well. Can't quite keep it in play. Nice idea from Greable, trying to spring Ryan.
I like this little combination between Fotopoulos and Berry. I like this last game as well. I think they've worked on a good partnership between them.
Good hustle from Greable, falls to Berry. She'll find Mueller. Closed down by two players. Good first touch from Ella Connolly. I'll just play through the back, but pressured by number 8, Kayla Buback, senior captain for the Tanners. And a nice through ball there. Ryan collects, gets it out to Lizzie Fayola. Spy Ponders take over. Good work from Fayola winning that. Showing Woburn takes over on the throw. Greable now drops to Mueller. She'll look to go direct. We'll roll all the way to Galuzzo.
First few minutes here, it looks like the Ponders will have a little bit more time in the midfield. Whether or not that's intentional, but it looks like they're leaving that space open.
Well, one by Fotopoulos. Nice turn there by Ganji. Belladone collects, well done from her, finds Fotopoulos, wins the throw-in. Good team defense there. Greable does well. Looking for Barry, nice first touch from the sophomore. Gets through a couple, well done.
Great footwork.
Good ball through to Lizzie Faiola. Ryan chases good close from Hannah Barry, and Ryan looks to run through. Chance there, just off the crossbar. Spy Ponders converge on it, cannot get another shot. Great effort from Ryan there over Galuzzo off the inside of the crossbar. Ref well positioned to see that, did not cross the line.
Yeah, and that all started with Hannah Berry, right? So if she can keep that work rate up, I mean, she's very good on the ball, and the speed, the distance she can cover with that speed of hers is pretty impressive. So I can see a couple more chances coming there.
Ganji now on the near side, Fotopoulos closing. Ganji showing her speed. Looks to cut inside. It's a ball across. Paolillo well positioned, but goes off her thigh, and Woburn looks to play it in. Doman to get it out. Bit of a mishead there, but will fall to the right back for the Tanners. And nice.
That's a nice line
there.
Yeah, really good line. They came up together as a unit. That can sometimes be risky, Phil, if one person doesn't do it. So again, something that they've clearly worked on.
Barry's dump, but no call. Good step from Mueller. Ryan now with a chance to show some speed. Cuts inside. Looking for Greable, can't connect. So we'll fall to Ella Connolly, does well. As you said, Paige, a little more time in that central midfield.
Yeah, it looks like the 7 and 25 for the Tanners are just sort of giving the space up, whether that's that they can't cover the ground or that's a bit of a tactic of theirs.
Paolillo, some space in front of her. Fail looks to turn.
It's a nice overlap if she can keep it in.
It's a nice idea. Unfortunate not to win the throw. Tanner's now on the far side. Go up the line. Just 6 minutes into this game. No score here at Pierce Field. Arlington Spy Ponders and Woburn Tanners. Middlesex League game here. Good win from Weezy Mueller. Looking to find that seam. And Tanners, again, they're just going direct all evening. And Belladone tested there, does well to clear out.
What I'd like to see a little bit more, Phil, is maybe connecting one more pass before we go long. I think, it's great to try and play forward quickly, but a couple of times there they've lost possession when I think an extra pass could have helped them out. Good
That's
strength.
Great defense from Natalia Fotopoulos.
Great strength and that's one thing that she's never going to give up. Fotopoulos, she's always going to, even if it means her using that extra bit of power, she's definitely going to try and win the ball back.
Mojo Maxwell, sophomore keeper for the Spy Ponders, gets the start in net tonight. She plays it out to Gianna Paolillo, finds Ryan, looks to head on towards Faiola. Tanners now look to play through the midfield. So again, not on the same page as the front line. Tanners take over, fall to Ella Connolly.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, Phil. Just sort of going from the back to the front too soon. Can we connect one or two more passes before trying to force the ball?
Ava Berry looking to challenge. Does well to win the throw-in. Battling number 12, that's McKenna Morrison, the left-hand side for the Tanners. First sub here, Addie Darling. Comes in for captain Lizzie Faiola. Berry now. Throw towards Ryan, flicks on, great ball. There's Darling, and there's a goal.
Goal.
First touch of the game. Brilliant work from the Spy Ponders. Berry throws it, flick on from Ryan. Addie Darling just in the game. First to it, slots it inside.
Yeah, I'm pretty speechless, which isn't like me, Phil, but to come on and make such an impact with your first touch is not an easy job. right place, right time, but the build was fantastic. And again, it's all starting with Berry just hustling it down, didn't give up, and the Spy Ponders a throw in that is, we've seen that now, it's converted to a goal.
Yeah, Darling's second goal of the year for the Spy Ponders, just a freshman, scored the first goal of the season, so great to see her back on the score sheet. Love seeing her being first to that ball. Spy Ponders now up 1-0. Hannah Berry going to connect with Ryan. Tanners look to clear the lines. Ella Connolly is there. Well won by Weezy Mueller. Darling, the goal scorer there, sees that one out. Nice crowd here at Pierceville tonight. Beautiful evening, early October, mid-70s. Great night for soccer. Fotopoulos tracks us down. Oh, and does well, wins the throw-in. And you mentioned Hannah Berry's work rate. You saw Ava Berry there with a great track back. Ryan now. Let's get across, and good defense from the Tanners. Number 1, Caitlin Clark back there. But Ryan does win the corner.
Yeah, I think Caitlin Clark's going to have her hands full with the speed of Ryan. You know, she's a player that's not going to give up easy and chase everything down, as we can see in the first few opportunities. She's just earned the team a corner. Let's see if we can convert something here, Phil.
Greable over to take the corner on the near side. Nice driven ball, and that's straight in! Olympico from Abby Greable, absolutely brilliant. 2 early goals for the Spy Ponders. Abby Greable with a direct goal off the corner.
Yeah, you don't see them often, and I think the power that Abby Grable's got, I think the keeper didn't know whether to come or stay, and it's hit the back of the net. She'll be happy with that one.
I do admit, Paige, I was chatting with some of the players the other day, and they were saying how Abby was working on some of those, and obviously the practice paid off.
There we go. Yeah, really happy for Abby. That'll give her that extra confidence that she's probably been needing.
2-0 lead for the Spy Ponders in the first 9 minutes of this game. Impressive start.
Yeah, let's see how the Tanners respond. I think they just need to get on the ball a little bit more, Phil. Everything seems to be going route 1 at the moment, and you can see already that they are, you know, a decent footballing team. I think they just need to try and keep the ball a little longer before they try and find that final through ball.
And we also know that they can score. You look at some of the scores around the league. 3-0 against Lexington in particular. Lost to Winchester 4-2, but scored 2 goals against a team that doesn't give up many goals at all. Shut out Lexington and shut out the Spy Ponders here. Bit of pause here, potentially for substitutions. Not sure. Maybe a watch issue.
Yeah, I think the ref's writing something in his notepad. Or maybe he's making some room for a few more goals that he might have to write in there, Phil.
Fotopoulos now. Near side throw in, finds Weezy Mueller, flicks on, controlled by the Tanners.
Yeah, and that's it. That little bit of play then, Phil, is just, I'd like to see a little bit more composure. I think 2-0 up, there's no need to really rush anything. The pressure should be somewhat off at this point. Just seeing a little bit more quality from the throw-in. Can we turn and open up and look to switch out to the end, the other side? So we'll keep an eye on that.
See some substitutions from Coach Jenna DeSantis for the Tanners, perhaps making some tactical changes. Chasing this game a bit now, just 10 minutes in.
Yeah, there's Nicole Ganji, first shot on target. Probably wasn't as clean as she hoped, but she's getting in the positions to take them.
And she's a dangerous player, just a sophomore. A lot of speed on that outside. Darling does well to win that. She'll continue down the line. Looking for Ryan. I think Ryan might have been off, and she is. She's called for that. Great run from Addie Darling on that far side, though.
Yeah, Addie Darling's come on and made a really big impact so far. Not only with the goal, but just in terms of awareness on the field is fantastic.
Tanners play it far from the offside. Ryan looks to collect, does well. Looking for Greable. Almost catches up to it. Ryan steps in and she'll get called. Bit of aggressive play there.
Yeah, a couple of late challenges there, but I don't think they were intentional, just a little bit late.
Tanner's now looks like that's number 5, Rally Power, captain. Dangerous ball, though. Center defenders battle for that one, come away with it. The Tanners now look to play in that dangerous space.
Yeah.
And I tell you, number 2, that was all, Nicole Ganji, she came back and then made the turn toward the ball. Had she just kept coming back, I think the ref was ready to let Woburn play on as Leah Finn was going for that ball. Fotopoulos goes long towards Barry. Barry does well to win that back. Finds Darling. Will play quickly through Mueller. Nice short passes and build from the Spy Ponders. Back to Barry. Mueller finds Greable. Greable looking for that far side to Darling. Darling with a lot of speed on that outside. She'll catch up to this.
And she's made the most of that ball.
Unfortunate heavy touch from Mueller. And now the Tanners with some room. It's a bit of a misplay in the back. A lot of speed here on the outside. Good cross in. Maxwell spills it. Fotopoulos there to clean up. Dangerous play though. And Paige has started with a bit of a heavy touch here on our offensive third, and you see how quickly the Tanners can counterattack with a lot of speed on the outside. Yeah.
Kayla Bubak, I think, hopefully I've not butchered that last name there, Phil, but I think she's going to be dangerous. If she's on the ball, she gets faster as she starts to pick up speed, and it was a good through ball there, but well dealt with Fotopoulos.
Good flick on, fall easily to Maxwell. So good response from the Tanners here, creating an opportunity after conceding 2 early goals, but game far from over with 25 minutes left in this half and 40 to play after that, and Darling is dispossessed.
Yeah, and the Ponders can't sort of give up in terms of, 2-0 up. Can they coast? Because, this group of players for the Tanners are a pretty quality, Phil. I think, give them half a chance and they might punish us. So let's keep an eye on how things go for the next 25 minutes.
Yeah, and if history's any indicator, this was a 3-2 game. Spy Ponders scored in the waning minutes to win. So lots of goals historically with these two teams. And I'm sure the 2 we've seen already aren't the last ones tonight.
I hope not. Yeah, just mentioning Hannah Berry again, I think, sometimes size can be deceiving, and she's definitely not one of the taller players out there, but what she does with the ball at her feet and the strength and power that she generates is absolutely fantastic to see.
Yeah, just a really nice touch. Such good control from the center midfielder. Avery Spector now in the game. This gives Weezy Mueller a break, and well stepped by Ella Connolly. Bit of back and forth here. Good take from Greable. She gets by one. Keeps going. Spy Ponders looking to get numbers in the box. Greable goes for a goal and puts another off the crossbar. 2 already, ringing the woodwork early in this game.
I don't know how she managed to do that, but what a fantastic effort that was.
Oh. Apologies, Micah Niles came in for Weezy Mueller. Cameraman Lewis McCulloch, quick to that one, apologies. As the freshman now playing the 6 for the Spy Ponders.
Yeah, I've coached Micah Niles over the years, Phil, and she's always been a solid player, really good as the 6, very composed on the ball and sees the game really, really well. So, yeah, good substitute there.
And, in the absence of Weezy Mueller, who does really well holding down that central midfield, Micah Niles subbed in against Belmont, did a really nice job against another strong Middlesex League team.
Yeah, it's good to have depth, strength and depth in those types of positions. I think, the 6, the 8, they're sort of your playmakers and keep the team together. So it's really good to have quality in there.
Tessa Perrone-Crompton checks in for Hannah Berry. junior midfielder. Maxwell goes out towards Darling. Well won by Woburn. And Doman's going to play that bounce and battles with Ganji. She's going to get called for a foul.
I think there's a flailing arm there.
Dangerous play here. One of the goals against Lexington scored from about this distance by the Tanners.
Let's hope Maxwell gets a wall set up well enough then to at least prevent this ball from coming anywhere near the goal.
Yeah, look, and these are the ones, you know, you try and just sneak in under the crossbar. So
yeah,
Maxwell,
I'm not sure why the wall is where they are and everybody else is where they are. It's
well hit off the crossbar for the Tanners and cleared. Ryan looks to flick on.
Can they break with Ryan? She's got
Good
options
moves.
left and right of her.
Ryan takes over. And they'll just go long again. This is going to go to Maxwell. A couple tenuous moments there for the Spy Ponders.
Yeah, and that just shows that they obviously have got something, you know, to bring to the table. Hopefully no more giveaways from, you know, just outside the box. Us hitting the crossbar that time, Phil. Who knows next time?
Doman.
Good composure by Doman there to get out of a high press.
Fluffs looks to clear the lines. Greable closes. Spy Ponders look to regroup here after weathering some pressure and a timeout here with 21-27 in the first half. Spy Ponders enjoying a 2-0 early lead. Goals by Addie Darling and a direct goal off a corner from Abby Greable.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the Tanners head coach is saying at this point. You know, they've sort of rode a bit of a wave after those first 2 early goals. Still 21 minutes or so to go. And they're close enough to maybe getting one back, and that changes the picture altogether at 2-1. So hopefully the Spy Ponders can come back out and again get back on the ball, have more possession, and just keep the ball moving, Phil. As you know, I think sometimes we always think we have to go forward first, and in fact we don't. Just keep the ball, maybe, you know, bring out the Tanners, get them to sort of make the field even bigger, and that's when we can look for those gaps in behind.
Yeah, I think, you know, you see the Tanners playing those kind of, you know, dangerous balls into space from the back, trying to create those 50-50 chances. Important for the Spy Ponder back line to be first to those. You know, have composure, make sure they are playing out. But you kind of see that strategy. We're going to dump balls in, and we're going to battle for the 50-50 balls and trying to force that defensive mistake.
Yeah, there's no time to switch off on those. I think if they can get their line high enough, then that'll be a good starting point. But yeah, just, you know, can we win the ball first? Essentially, if it's an aerial ball, get up there, get the header on there, or play back to your goalkeeper and start again. So, yeah, that's something to keep an eye on, is those direct balls with the speed that they have up front. But I don't think it's been too troubling so far.
No, Maxwell really hasn't been tested yet. A couple shots on target, but nothing that was all very comfortable for her.
Yeah, and she's pretty confident as well with the ball at her feet, so she doesn't mind playing it, receiving it back. So that's a good quality that she has.
Spy Ponder bench getting fired up there. Tanners come back on the field, trailing this game 2-0, but lots of soccer left to play.
I don't know how these girls go to bed after a game like this when the bench is that excited. It'd keep me up all night, Phil.
Ready to start again. Fotopoulos now. Barry looks to trap. Barry wins it, but it's going to fall to it's number 13, Sabrina Pimentel. Uzifiola back in the game. Ryan looks to get it towards Greable. Good pressure from Barry. Wins the throw in again. Similar area to where the first goal came from.
Yeah, the Tanners back line look a little bit shaky with any sort of aerial ball. You know, I'd just keep encouraging the players, the Spy Ponders, to just run them down, see what comes of it.
Similar play there. Ryan flick on, this time towards Fiola.
Yeah, and there's another example, Phil. They don't really want the ball at the feet. Any opportunity to just get rid, it looks like that's what they're trying to do.
Substitution here. Ava Berry, senior captain. Nice shift from her. Weezy Mueller checks in. Fotopoulos will step up to take the throw. Nice throw from her. Perrone-Crompton looks to flick on. That could be a corner, but referee says it was off of Perrone-Crompton and gives the goal kick to the Tanners.
I think that might have been a bit of a guess, Phil, by the referee. But you know what?
Benefit of the doubt goes to the defense.
Yeah, and if you don't ask, you don't get, so.
Tanners with their goal kick. Lofted forward. Well won by Tanner Head. Flicks on. Finds Paolillo. She wins the throw-in. And Paige, I'm not sure if it's a tactical shift, but they've got Nicole Ganji, number 2, very high for the Tanners, and it looked like they were starting with 2 up top, and I don't know if they've tried to clog that central midfield at all, pointing out your earlier comment on the time the Spy Ponders had in the middle.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's a 4-5-1 at this point, Phil, but as you can see, we've got, all that space in the middle of the field. No one's even picking up. Mike and Niall, she seems, free as a bird in there. So if I was the Spy Ponders, I'd be finding her on every opportunity.
Well, won by Perrone-Crompton. Looks to go one-on-one. Good defense, though, from the Tanners. Thrown out by the Tanners. Fiola gets it to Ryan. Looks to touch to Fiola, but is played out. Paolillo now.
Yeah, I think the Tanners are going to have to maybe change the tactics or the system of play, because they, for the next 18 minutes, I don't think that Route 1 ball is going to be very successful.
Nice turn from Greable. Puts on the brakes.
Nice idea. Slip through ball. Didn't quite come off.
Good step from Paolillo. Great overlap, too. Good build from the Spy Ponders. Nice cross in, floating. Mueller's there on that far post. Ryan. There's a side volley.
That was a lovely little give and go by Paolillo and the overlap and run. She actually, done a fantastic job beating 2 defenders and getting a really, really good ball, and that's dangerous.
Niles now first to it, but not on the same page as Perrone-Crompton. They'll have to fight back. It'll fall to Paolillo. Does not have much time on the ball there. Wins the throw-in.
Yeah, I think the Spy Ponders still seem pretty much in the driver's seat here. I would like to see a little bit more quality, Phil, if I'm going to be really honest. This is my coach's hat coming on. I think when they've got the ball, they can definitely dictate the pace of the game a little better. Right now, it seems a little bit panicked in certain areas of the field.
Yeah, the back line weathering some pressure earlier. Maybe they're still feeling a little bit of that pressure, but, typically a very composed back line. And Micah Niles gets dropped. No call. Well done by Weezy Mueller to be first. Greable looking for that through ball behind towards Fiola. I think it's going to roll a bit too far. Chased down by the Tanners. And smart defense from Woburn.
Yeah, it does look like a 4-5-1, although they just they've changed a few things around here. Actually, they're making a sub.
Couple of subs here for the Tanners. Number 11, Brooke Tizulu, checking in up top. Perrone-Crompton.
And it looks like Riley Anderson's just come on as well for the Tanners.
Greable tries to fight her way through, but good defense from the Tanners. They come away with it.
Uh-oh. Looks like we might have an injury. Number 7, Riley Anderson's just come on, but she just took a bit of a heavy hit, and she looks like she could be struggling.
More subs now.
Right back off again. That's a shame for
we hope
Riley
she's okay.
Anderson.
Misha Zykori, first year, checks in for Bryn Ryan. As we are, clock is winding down, 15.5 minutes now in this first half. Spy Ponders with a 2-0 lead over the Woburn Tanners.
When you take a player off like Bryn Ryan, a lot of the times you think you're gonna also lose a little bit of pace, but this is not the case with Zykori. She is just as fast.
We'll stop the clock here to make sure players
Yeah.
are off the field.
I don't think he was too happy that the ref was played on. Although I don't think he knew it was an injury, so, you know.
Referees sorting things out. 15 minutes now in this first half. Fotopoulos plays to Greable. Does well, nice turn. She'll keep going.
What
nice ball in, Zykori!
Can she finish it? Oh.
Zykori with a lot of goal to shoot at. Paige finds the one spot.
Oh, that was a great
to make a
effort,
save
though.
there, and well positioned by Galuzzo, the Tanner keeper, to collect that one.
That was nearly a carbon copy of Impact Sub.
Yes.
Abby Greable's just so powerful that, you know, she, even if she doesn't have the best control in the first place, she still manages to do something and get through 3 or 4 defenders. What a great ball that was by Abby Greable.
Fantastic. And Woburn just looking to drop that ball top of the 18, create a 50-50 chance, force a mistake from the defense. Weezy Mueller does well to win that. Handball there, but no call, and Fotopoulos plays through, taken over by Niles. And a good look for Zykori. Nice ball from Micah Niles.
Good face touch and layoff. Can we keep it?
Unlucky there. Good control from Perrone-Crompton.
Yeah, she uses her strength well.
Ball towards Mueller. Nice ball. It's into the box. Zykori. Fayola battles. Really nice idea from Weezy Mueller.
Weezy Mueller pulling out the stops. First time aerial ball. 10 out of 10.
I mean, puts it right into that dangerous space for players to run onto.
Yeah, and that all came from great hold-up play by Tessa Perrone-Crompton.
Tanners with a goal kick. Good strong distribution from the Tanner backs.
Yeah, Sydney Metovic. I think she's got the distribution nailed, but you know, I think sometimes when your centre back takes your goal kicks, it can leave you a little bit open at the back.
Doman clears the line. Zykori looks to challenge. Does well to win the throw-in. We'll get a substitution here. 12:19 left in this first half. Really nice shift from Micah Niles. Appreciated by the crowd. Ava Berry checks back in. Mueller drops back to the 6. Berry goes out to the outside.
Yeah, I think Mueller's a little more comfortable in the 6, but as we can see, she does a pretty good job wherever she plays.
Berry gets a foot in to slow things down. Mueller controls for Paolillo.
Good,
Nice,
really good decision.
smart play there. Unlucky looking for Addie Darling. But I like Paige. That wasn't rushed. I mean, Mueller knew what she was doing. You know, she tried to go direct. She's picking her spot. It wasn't just some of these blind passes.
Yeah, and I think as we've gotten into the game, obviously we've seen a little bit more composure, a little bit more time. I think the Tanners have dropped off a little bit, which is, you know, going to happen. But that should open up a little bit more opportunity for the Spy Ponders. Just keep the ball, keep nice possession, and build through the thirds.
Perrone-Crompton looks to get one into the box. Close quickly. Perrone-Crompton might get another chance here. Looks to get it down. And cleared by the Tanners. Desperation clearance there as Spy Ponders asking some questions here.
Yeah, and they've got 10 behind the ball, Phil, so I'm not quite sure on what the thought process is, or is it just that they want to get rid and put it in the stands?
And just play that counterattack.
I think in order for the counterattack to work, they need to build a little bit higher. The Spy Ponders back four are a great unit, so it's going to be tricky for any player on their own to try and beat, at least that four, and then you've got the goalkeeper. So, yeah, I think they might need to rethink it half-time.
Not sure the conversation here over on the far sideline with the referee, but it's a drop ball, not a throw-in. Interesting restart. Connolly.
Yeah,
Doman just clears the lines. Tries to send in Zykori. Zykori with some speed here. Does well. Can't get it out of her feet, though. Paolillo.
Read the game well, Paolillo. And she's brought ourselves a foul.
Does well to win the foul.
Really good. Yeah, she just read the game, Phil. I think that's the difference right now between Spy Ponders and the Tanners. It seems as though the Spy Ponders are first at every ball. Yeah, Tanners not quite at the races just yet.
Paolillo looking to serve this ball in. Long ball floated in, and that's in! 3-0. Wonderful shot. I was expecting a cross page.
Well,
Paolillo just goes for goal and puts in the upper 90 side netting.
Oh, I'm really happy for Gianna. Yeah, that was our 30 yards out.
At least.
At least, yeah. I think she surprised herself. But listen, what a fantastic technique she had on that, and yeah, really happy for Gianna. Great job.
Lovely left foot from the senior. Spy Ponders go up 3-0 here with 9:16 left in the first half. Hannah Berry checks in for Abby Greable. Scored the second goal on Olympico tonight.
It's going to be a bit of a comeback now for the Tanners, 3-0 up.
Tanner's now really chasing the game, and Spy Ponders continuing to play that really high line. Unlucky there. Tanners will take over. Ganji back in the game up top for the Tanners. Smart play from Ava Berry, just waiting for that trap, and Zykori with a lot of speed.
Nice.
Great ball across. Hannah Berry puts one on target, but really good work from Zykori. Holds that play up, sees Hannah Berry streaking in towards the top of the box.
Yeah, Zykori plays with this aggression and fight that she will not give up, and that I've mentioned it 2 or 3 times now, Phil. But the speed that she has is quite remarkable. If I was a centre back against her, I wouldn't be looking forward to the next 45 minutes.
No, and she never stops either. Just the work rate is so high all the time. Good work from the Tanner midfield, but Berry is there just to play his space. Paolillo scored the 3rd goal, plays it up to Hannah Berry. Ella Connolly just goes far towards Zykori. Good challenge from the first year.
I think this past 30 seconds has been a game of kickball.
Perrone-Crompton is well defined. Fotopoulos, good ball in, diagonal ball towards Darling. Tanner's get a foot in. Tessa says, I'll take one.
That's the 4th.
And she puts it in for 4. Unbelievable.
I'll take the assist for that one, Phil.
Spy Ponders just finding the corners tonight, Paige.
I mean, that technique was fantastic. Absolutely brilliant goal.
So Perrone-Crompton has been waiting for one of those opportunities. It has a great shot. Love to see her put one in. 4-0 now.
Yeah,
7:28 left in the first half.
She can absolutely ping a ball, and I think that she made that look very, very easy. She had 3 players closing it down. She just got it on the bounce and back of the net, and here she is getting a sub.
Well done. the placement from the Spy Ponders shots tonight, just amazing. There's a dangerous play right off the kickoff.
Good tracking back by Fotopoulos. Can she keep it out without a foul? It's a
Good
decent
cross.
ball across.
Maxwell's there. Wow, Spy Ponders can't be complacent right off the kickoff. Quickly get behind the defense.
I think that's going to be a foul, yeah. Well, the Tanners aren't giving up, and I think that was a bit of a wake-up call. They're still going to get chances, Phil, but I will say that Fotopoulos got back really well and put...
It was Ganji
yeah,
on there.
it was Ganji. I mean, we've mentioned her name the most, I think, for the Tanners tonight so far.
And I like just the little nudge. It wasn't, it wasn't called for a foul, but just, off-stepping her a bit to slow down the play. Really nice work from Fotopoulos.
Yeah, just enough to put it off, and I think that's what she did.
Barry does well. Connects with her sister. Darling now. Good composure from Mueller. They'll reset here. Unlucky. Right idea.
It must be really enjoyable for the Berry family to see both daughters out there playing together.
Fantastic. Ella Radoslevich in the game. She battles. Direct ball. This will go all the way to Galuzzo. Radoslevich steps in. Taken over by the Tanners, but Spy Ponders will get the throw here on the near side.
Yeah, just that pressure from the Spy Ponders, just asking questions, keep asking questions. They're not giving the Tanners a second to think here.
Radoslevich looks to track this down. Heavy touch, Mueller. She'll go far as well.
Yeah, they're all going to be trying it from distance at this point, but overall the keeper's not doing a bad job. I think a couple of those, those shots are tricky when they're in the air for that long. So,
look, and just the placements of those shots. No, you can't really place any blame on Galuzzo. Those were
just
upper
executed.
Corner, yeah.
Good decision. I'd like to see the Spy Ponders just connect a few more passes, Phil. I think obviously a 4-0, everyone wants to get on the score sheet, which is understandable, but I'd like to see a little bit more football being played.
Good win, nice build from the Tanners.
Nice little ball through.
Doman does really nicely, but it's dispossessed. I'll just go long again. Stepped up from Connolly.
Can she do it again? Good
well done from Ella Connolly. Should be no call there. That was a good play from Ella Connolly.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the foul was for. She jumped straight up, and I think that was unfortunate, but well done by Ella Connolly.
So look, Paige, I know that the score is 4-0, but as we're inside 4 minutes here, really don't want to concede. Don't want any momentum shifts here before the end of the half, at least for the Spy Ponders, but important for the Tanners to try and get one on the board here so they can go into halftime with maybe a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, a little bit of hope, but I think if they were to get one back now, it takes away a little bit from the Spy Ponders, and she's on. I don't know about that decision.
That was very, very close.
Neither do the families, I think, down here to my left.
Woburn fans had her on, and I might have as well.
Yeah, me too. That was unfortunate.
Lewis McCulloch, though, correcting both of us.
He's got his invisible flag.
He had the clear. He's drawn the VAR lines.
Well, don't talk about VAR after this weekend in the Premier League. We all know how that went.
Brutal. Although as a Spurs fan, I'm not going to complain.
No, and as an Everton fan, neither am I.
Yeah, I tell you, it is fun. The Spurs are finally fun to watch again.
They are looking very good.
More subs here for the Spy Ponders in the waning minutes of the first half. Avery Spector, Izzy Matheson will check in. Zykori and Darling, 2 first years, take a break. Fotopoulos gets it to Matheson. Gange with a nice touch. Up to Bubak to play down the line.
Fotopoulos needs to try and cover inside if she can for Doman.
Really good defense from Doman.
Yeah, she does
And
a
just
great
numbers back
job.
for the Spy Ponders to clean that up too.
Yeah, she's just super confident in her own ability to just delay and you know, even if she doesn't win the ball, she helps get her teammates back.
Well, it's great to see, you know, converted, you know, forward and midfielder playing center back, and she's done a great job this season.
Good
Madison
ball.
looking for Barry. Good idea. Barry comes away with it. She'll continue. Good recovery from the Tanners. Mueller with a little soul roll. Nice move. Barry dumped in the box.
That has got to be a penalty.
And I think they're really giving the Tanners the benefit of the doubt there. That looked like a clear penalty.
I think the referee must have blinked, Phil.
Yeah, you can't let the score dictate fair refereeing.
No, and I think Caitlin Clark, you know, she gave away the ball in the first instinct, but she done a good job to get back and defend. But yeah, I think talking about VAR, I think if we went to VAR, we would have had a penalty on that one.
Mm-hmm. This would be a corner kick. I thought that would rolled out. Oh, no, now he does say goal kick. Maybe a bit of confusion there. As we're inside 2 minutes in this first half, Spy Ponders big 4-0 lead here on Pink Night Breast Cancer Awareness, honoring Catherine Wall. Big first half offensive performance for the Spy Ponders tonight. And Pedro, I like too, 4 different goal scorers.
I mean, that says a lot about a team when you know, it's not just the same player getting all the goals. There's quality in every position on this team. And we've still got 45 minutes to go, Phil.
We do. Barry challenges, good flick on from the Tanners, won by Weezy Mueller. Roll out. Coach Mike Shenna with a bit of an errant touch on the sideline.
Ref checked his watch.
That'll do it for the first half. Wow, a lot of offense for the Spy Ponders tonight, enjoying this 4-0 lead against the Woburn Tanners. Started with Addie Darling inside, I think, 5 minutes, followed up quickly by Abby Greable off a corner. Gianna Paolillo from about 35 yards on a free kick finds the upper corner. And Tessa Perrone-Crompton opened her account for the Spy Ponders tonight with a nice sort of volley from about 20, 25 yards out.
Yeah, if you asked me to pick a winner out of those 4 goals, I'd have to divert the question back to you, Phil, because I think they were all fantastic. You know, couple of team goals, couple of individual goals, especially from Paolillo. So, yeah, I'm gonna just let that one sit. Maybe the fans can let us know what they think at the full-time whistle.
And get a poll going in the live stream. We thank all the folks watching tonight. I know we've got folks in New Hampshire, folks out in upstate New York watching the games, probably out in Seattle on the West Coast. So
there we go.
We've got full coverage of the states tonight. So appreciate that. Appreciate all the work ACMi does to help cover these games. So on behalf of Paige Forster, Lewis McCulloch on the camera, this is Phil Ryan. We're going to take a break for halftime and be back for the second half. We're back for the second half at Pierce Field, Middlesex League girls varsity soccer matchup between the Arlington Spy Ponders and Woburn Tanners. Spy Ponders putting in 4 goals in the first half here, and we'll look to build on that lead. My name is Phil Ryan, alongside Paige Forster here in the booth. Lewis McCulloch on the camera, and we thank ACMi Sports for all of their production and equipment. So Paige, look, we talked a lot about the goals, the 4 goals the Arlington scored in the first half. If you were Woburn, what can you do to turn things around for them? I mean, it's sort of big challenge, big mountain to climb.
Yeah, I think the first 10-15 minutes are going to be important for them to not concede again. I think that might give them a little bit of confidence going forward. I think to try and get 4 goals is a big ask against a really solid team in the Spy Ponders. But they've just got to come out and play, Phil. They've got to try and stick to the game plan. I think we'll see a quick start, an aggressive start, and yeah, let's see what happens.
The Spy Ponders coming out the same way they started the game, so they're looking for more. Not to say there's any letdown when some of the subs come in by any means. Ryan kicks off back to Mueller. Finds Ryan again, can't control it. And a direct ball there, Paolillo. Alert to it, she'll play it out.
At the break, Phil, I was looking at some stats just to see, who's getting the goals, who's getting the assists. It looks like Bryn Ryan is 8 goals, most in the league, with 2 assists, which is fantastic. Really happy for her this season. And not so far behind Abby Greable with 4 goals, 3 assists. So, yeah, they're doing a really good job.
Well, and as I said, nice to see 4 different goal scorers. I mean, Ryan has scored a lot. She did get the assist to Darling, but not on the score sheet. Dangerous shot there. Maxwell's on it.
Comfortable save. But sometimes, Phil, when you back into the second half, haven't had much action in the first half, you never know where they could go. So good safe hands there from Maxwell.
Barry now out to Paolillo. Finds Greable in the middle. Nice ball from her.
Can she pass it on? The space open on the other side. That's a great. Oh.
And Ryan now could be in.
5-0. Oh.
And just a miss hit from Ryan. Really uncharacteristic of the striker. She tends to put those away.
Yeah, I think the keeper done a great job. Is that the same keeper it is, or?
I think it's a new keeper.
It's a new keeper, yeah.
That's Mia Foster in that now.
Yeah, I think she's done a great job off the line. I think she just put a little bit of doubt in Ryan's mind there. And yeah, like you said, uncharacteristic, but she'll get another chance, and the keeper may not be so lucky next time. I think the referee missed a handball there.
Paolillo well positioned. Does well
Good
to reset
composure.
here, Mueller.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Spy Ponders, Phil, just keep moving the ball around. I think sometimes they get caught in, do we do this, do we do that? Like, just play what you see.
Connolly first to it, finds Mueller, lays it off. That's good build from the Spy Ponders.
Yeah, fantastic. I think Paolillo's having a fantastic
defense,
game.
Viola running on. And Barry will get a second chance at this one.
Oh,
good Ryan looks to continue. Gets pushed off, but it's good defense there. Foster does well. Come out and smother that.
Yeah, nice little give and go by Lizzie Fiola there. Just keeping it nice and simple.
Kick out to the near side. Will roll out of bounds.
Yeah, back to Gianna Paolillo. I think this may have been the best I've seen her play this season. I haven't seen every game, but I think she's having a really big impact. She's very composed. She's winning the first and second balls, and she's finding a teammate every time she possibly can. Not to mention
Ryan.
A goal.
Brilliant stuff from her. Ryan gets a cross in. Dangerous spot. Won by the Tanners. And Fotopoulos was a bit in no man's land, but making sure that she's back and she positions herself well to intercept that. Close quickly. Mueller challenged. Ganji comes away with it.
Yeah, and this is the difference, Phil. Look how many pink shirts are back versus white shirts are up, and I think that's where we're gonna see a big difference tonight. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, seven Spy Ponders back, defending against 2, 3 white shirts. So if they're trying to get back into it, they're going to have to send more numbers up.
And more great play from Bella Doman there, tracking that and seeing that out for a goal kick. But Tanners take over. It's number 6 here on the near side, Sydney Bativier. Good step from Fayola. Looks for Ryan. Bit heavy from her, but Spy Ponders will take over, and referee doesn't like something. Tanners now with the free kick. Good ball into that corridor of uncertainty, but shepherded out over Fotopoulos, and Barry just sees that out.
And Phil, I think if they're going to get chances, it's probably going to come from a set piece. So, I'd ask the question, can they do a little bit better there when they've got that many numbers in the box? It wasn't a bad delivery, but there was no one really looking to get on the end of it. I mean, this is a difficult place to be mentally at 4-0 down.
Ryan comes back, does well. Can't find Barry, though. Tanners take over. Greable.
Staying in.
Ryan wins the throw, looks to play quickly. Finds Greable. It's just coming together. Ref says play on.
Yeah, Greable's a tough player.
Nice long throw from the Tanners. Doman is there.
Play your keeper. Good decision.
Smart play here.
Well done.
Maxwell finds Connolly.
There we go. That's exactly what I like to watch, Phil.
Oh, unlucky touch there. Uncharacteristic from Barry. Has really nice feet. Smart from Paolillo to see this out. Barry now. Not sure that was fully over the line. The ref had a different opinion.
Yeah, again, looking at a couple of things here. So we had Gianna Paolillo, first goal of the season, so I'm sure she's going to be happy with that one.
Just very direct again from the Tanners, but chased down by Ganji. The referee does call that. A lot of hustle from Ganji. Not sure that was a foul, but I think the Woburn fans would disagree with me.
Yeah, I've got to watch. I'm watching what I say on here, Phil. Yeah, it was right in the corner. They're looking to take a quick one. No, just changing personnel.
So a little test here for the Spy Ponders with Woburn with numbers in the box here. Nice service. Fotopoulos, well won, but it'll be a corner.
Yeah, Fotopoulos is always going to be first there. Very, very comfortable heading the ball, which is, we can see there. But again, Phil, that's what I'm saying. That was a dangerous ball, and they just need to commit themselves forward a little bit. Again, a set-piece corner here, so we'll see how this one turns out. I'm not looking for a goal for them, but I think this is the only way they're going to get one in. It's the second corner.
Ella Connolly does well to be first to that one, though. The Tanners will do it again. 32 minutes left in this first half. Spy Ponders 4-0 lead. The Tanners asking some questions here with a number of corners. Nice service in.
It's a great ball.
Really nice service in. And just a missed opportunity there for the Tanners.
Yeah, maybe it's just not their night. I think, there's nothing really been too challenging, but they definitely are, getting a little bit of momentum with these set pieces, free kicks, corners. Spy Ponders have to stay switched
Greable
on.
Comes away with it.
That's got to be a foul.
Ryan comes back.
Referee plays on.
Good stuff from Mueller. Good first touch.
Yeah, well read. Can she take some space up in front of her?
Darling. Oh, she saw the run from Ava Berry. I know she's trying to get that in front of her. Ryan Let's get a touch in. Shakes off one. Nice move.
Great feet.
Oh, good idea on the cross. Well positioned from Woburn to intercept. They look to clear the lines. Fotopoulos is there. Fall to Ava Berry. Good move from the senior captain. Wins the throw-in.
Yeah, the Spy Ponders are, in an English way, feel full of ballers. Honestly, I think the footwork is great, and it's actually really nice to watch. That could be the difference between the Tanners and the Spy Ponders tonight, is those individual key players.
Spy Ponders will win the corner. Abby Greable, already one goal off a corner tonight, will go take her second. I think there's only been one corner for the Spy Ponders so far.
He's given a throw-in. Corner, throw-in, no. I think me and you would do a good job refereeing up here, Phil.
We might. Referees might not be on the same page.
Yeah, I don't think it was a corner, if I'm honest. Here we go
so
again.
Try again. Off the crossbar. No doubt what Greible's trying to do here tonight.
If I was in the box, I don't know if I'd bother on the next one. And again, Abby.
See Aline McCulloch now check in for the Spy Ponder. Gives Ava Berry a break. Junior midfielder in the game now.
Yeah, here we go again. One of the centre-backs taking the goal kick.
Not sure the referees
are on the same page.
Sort things out here.
Maybe they're deciding what they're going to order for dinner after.
I had that ball going out on the end line page, so
I don't know, Phil.
I thought she had played it after it had gone out, but you know we're a lot further away.
I'm going to go with my eyesight, giving it a little bit younger.
Ouch. Tanner's now inside 30 minutes to go.
Have a name.
And bounces over both Darling and Mueller.
Maxwell, get off the line.
She does well.
Well done.
Quickly out to Fotopoulos. Dangerous heavy touch there.
Good feet. Can she
this
get
is where
a
it's
shot
dangerous.
Off? Great
Paolillo
challenge.
is there, great team defense. But you really don't want to see those turnovers in that defensive third.
No, and there's that name again, Paolillo. I think she has just been absolutely fantastic tonight. You know, coming in from left back to cover in for the two centre backs there and getting the last ditch challenge in. Really important. Otherwise, that could have been 4-1.
And Maxwell plays out to Paolillo. Barry and Darling connect.
Well done. Nice idea.
Nice idea there. Unlucky. Sydney Mativier with the throw-in, stepped in by Ella Connolly. Well done from the senior captain. Ryan playing the space, but no one there for the Spy Ponders. I think you're saying earlier, Paige, sometimes be a little patient. We don't have to go. The Spy Ponders don't need to go for those through balls right away. Wait till we have numbers up a bit.
Yeah. And I think at this point, 4-0, you can really test yourself and see how good of a team you really are. But when you've scored 4, you're probably thinking that you could get on the score sheet with another 1 or 2. So I understand why they're trying to go forward quickly. As a spectator, I'd like goals, but I'd also like to see a little bit more build up.
Well, it didn't quite work, but nice build up here on this near side with Addie Darling,
yeah,
Hannah
really
Berry.
nice.
A little layoffs, got a little bit away from Darling, but it was all the right idea. And McCulloch now gets her first touches in.
Lovely
finds
touch by Ryan.
Finds Barry. Darling with a good turn. A little slippery on the Pierce Field tonight. Darling will get it back. Mueller plays it quickly, does well. It's going to fall to Fotopoulos. She'll just let this go out.
Yeah, good decision. Another sub here.
Micah Niles come back in for Wheezy Mueller. Greable. For that through ball behind it, Darling. Darling, she's going to try and chase this down. Good hustle from the first year.
Well, I think you asked me what the Tanners should do this half, and so far so good. Definitely not looking to concede any more. And they've kept the Spy Ponders pretty quiet so far.
More direct play. Connolly under pressure from Ganji. Does well, then lock it back to Maxwell. Good confident play. Gets a bit away from Micah Niles. Niles comes away with it. Referee doesn't like what he saw.
Yeah, he's going to pull that back. Yeah, going back to Ella Connolly there, just really composed, playing Mojo Maxwell. And I think when you trust your goalkeeper, that makes the difference, right? Like if you've got a goalkeeper, and the Spy Ponders have got 3 fantastic keepers, so being able to play your keeper and just keep the ball moving is always, you know, a plus when you're a centre-back.
So Mativier here with the free kick. Goes long. Woburn asking why the ref didn't move the defenders, and I can answer that because the kicker did not ask for it. Although, Paige, very easy to mark off 10 yards on a field line for football.
Yeah, it's not the hardest thing, is it, with the big numbers in bold on the field, Phil?
Just like the fields you grew up playing on in England, right?
Not quite. I know. Football, I don't know what type of football you guys play over here.
Good win from McCulloch. Niles close quickly, but she drops to Doman. Finds Fotopoulos. Fotopoulos goes direct. Ryan is there. Ryan tries a little self-pass. Tanner's played out.
Yeah, when you've got the pace, I think you can definitely give yourself a give and go. Definitely not something I could do, Phil. I could give the give. I don't know how giving the go.
Well done from Niles. Finds Perrone-Crompton. There's Darling. Nice turn.
Nice turn.
Connolly wins the header, but right into Woburn. Shuts it down. Doman gets a foot in, does well. Barry, nice win. Finds McCulloch.
Good decision by McCulloch to slow that down and find.
And there's your give and go page. McCulloch looking to go one-on-one.
Corner. It's got to be a corner. Are the refs unsure?
I think the near side ref looked like he pointed for a corner, but he was overruled by the far side ref. But nice work from McCulloch in the corner there.
Here she is again, face to the ball.
Does well to
shield. Yeah, using her body really well there. That was fantastic. Good decision. Yeah, just keep moving the ball. I think the Spy Ponders are, well, I don't know what that was for, but we'll take it.
Spy Ponder bench appreciates the hard work from Hannah Berry drawing that foul. And a free kick in a dangerous position here. Let's see if Fotopoulos can drop it in the box. And Spy Ponders lining up on the 18.
My guess is that she's going to try and hit in between the right back and the centre back.
Fotopoulos catches one that bounces over. Perrone-Crompton!
She got me off my seat then.
Brilliant strike from the junior. Got all of that one.
Oh,
full laces.
My goodness
and
me.
I think that's the fourth crossbar we've had tonight, including one from Woburn. But what a hit by Perrone-Crompton.
We're going to have to get maintenance in the morning, Phil, to just give these a little check over, see if they're in good condition for the next home game.
Niles steps in. She continues. Good job from Micah Niles. Hannah Bear looks to battle through. I think that'll be a Woburn throw. 22.5 minutes now left in the second half. Arlington Spy Ponders the 4-0 lead as we lose the clock and the scoreboard. But the refs will have the score and the time on the field. Fotopoulos clears the lines. Ryan looks to flick on. Does towards Darling.
Go on then.
Darling gets a header.
Keeper comes out.
Foot race with the keeper. Good job from Foster. Winning that one.
Yeah, brave goalkeeping there, you know, to come out and try and handle that when you've got a player like Darling running at you with top speed.
But I tell you, as a defender, I would not like to play against Ryan and Darling with Zykori coming in off the bench too. Just relentless pressure.
Here she is again, Tessa Perrone.
Nice layoff, good hit. Spy Ponders asking questions here in this second half.
She makes it look so easy, and it really isn't, but she's got this really casual technique. And I absolutely love it. Oh, there she is again. She's feeling herself tonight.
And you might have another chance here. Darling looks to track back. Good recovery from Niles. To your point earlier, Paige, look at all the pink shirts just getting back behind the ball. Great recovery overall in team defense. Hannah Berry will keep this in. Finds McCulloch. Gives it back to Berry. Ryan and Darling in the box. Good cross in. Won by the Tanners. Forced to clear out.
Yeah, and if I was to pick one main difference from these two teams tonight, Phil, you know, irrespective of the 4 goals, I just think Spy Ponders have worked harder on and off the ball.
That's definitely a corner.
I'll give you that one. What do we think?
Perrone-Crompton now with a chance.
Can Fotopoulos get on the end of this one? She's getting some instructions from the bench.
Perrone-Crompton getting the instructions.
She knows what to do.
Good service in. A bit far. Oh, it goes over Fotopoulos, but Paolillo is there. Just a bit of an errant cross, unfortunate there. Avery Spector checks in for McCulloch.
Great job by McCulloch.
And lots of goal kicks now for the Tanners as they search for at least one, if not more. But Spy Ponders not content with this 4-0 lead. Good build there. Connolly gets a foot in, nicely done, and Micah Niles tracks back. Good win from her. Perrone-Crompton almost connected with Ryan.
Yeah.
They've played together since 3rd grade.
Well, they've got a good relationship on the field, that's for sure.
Go back to the days of the gold-stinging Dragons, where they couldn't decide if they wanted to be the Bees or the Dragons, and that was the compromise.
Wow. It's a tough life back then, Phil. Yeah, the more this game sort of, you know, comes to an end, I think the Tanners, they seem a little bit concerned about the countermeasures. How far do they go up versus what spaces do they leave behind? And I think it's, you know, it's wise. They don't want to go down anymore. But unfortunately, they've just not been able to get into the attack in third and create anything for themselves other than any sort of set piece.
And with this pressure, you can imagine that the the back's just tiring out. You know, from the wave after wave of attacks here.
Yeah, this next 18 minutes is probably going to feel like another 45 if it continues to go like this.
Well done from Hannah Berry. She'll take one. Roll the Foster, but great work from the sophomore midfielder. Well won from Niles.
Fantastic. Don't know about a push. I mean, the hands were definitely up, but I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, Paige, unfortunately, I've seen that call too many times, or even if there's no push, if those hands are up, these referees tend to call it.
Maybe we should ask them to head the ball without the hands.
I don't quite agree, but
on
good
your
touch
bike.
from Perrone-Crompton.
There she goes. Good defence. Well done, number 1.
Paolillo.
Caitlin Clark has done a pretty decent job, albeit 4-0. I think she's done a good individual job back there as centre-back today. You know, sort of reading what's in front of her, getting there first, making it difficult for the Spy Ponders to play through.
Katrina O'Hagan comes in for Micah Niles, And Misha Zykori goes in for Bryn Ryan up top. Love to see Zykori get another chance. Had a great opportunity in the first half. And there she is, nice turn. Well defended by the Tanners, but Paolillo is there. Close quickly. Taken over by the Tanners and just go direct.
Yeah, it's going to be quite frustrating for the forwards of the Tanners tonight because they're being asked to defend a lot and they're not really getting much to go after.
Senior captain Ava Berry comes back in the game. Good shift from Addie Darling. Scored tonight's first goal. Good work from Perrone-Crompton.
There
For
she is.
Spector. Nice ball into space. Foster's off her line.
Avery Spector's done well to win that back. Is anyone making a run inside the 18-yard box?
Does well to find Barry. Goes down by O'Hagan.
She got something on it.
O'Hagan takes over.
Good, and just play
Lots of
again. There
time.
we go. Gamble. Oh, she's in.
Oh, and that falls to Perrone-Crompton.
What a
And what a save by Foster.
What a save.
Perrone-Crompton searching for that brace page, but Foster up to the task, dives to her right. Great save from the Tanner keeper.
If it wasn't for the goalie and the bar, you know, she'd be on a hat trick at this point. Does she get to keep the ball, Phil, on a hat trick?
She might. Perrone-Crompton will take a break after that great opportunity, and Tessa just creating lots of chances. Great shots, great technique.
I bet she doesn't
and one
want to come off.
fantastic goal. Tessa Mulvey in the game now. Good ball from Paolillo. Spector does well to be first. This will go out for a goal kick. Paige, I like these hard-driven balls coming in on the corners. I know maybe some of them float a little too far, but rather than those lofted balls, those driven balls are just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, anything lofted, the goalkeeper typically will come out and claim them. A little bit more of a driven ball, they're probably not going to take a chance. So if we can get a head on the end of one of them balls, then I think, game over for the goalkeeper, unfortunately.
Mulvey checks too. Good turn from
Yeah,
her.
good little player, Tessa Mulvey. Very,
Good
very
ball
tidy
in
on the ball.
towards Ava Berry.
Can she lay it off?
Berry
She's going
gonna
for it
get a shot off
herself.
as well. Oh, well played there from Mulvey, shutting that down. And Berry doesn't stop. Will fall to Zykori.
Just start again. Just start again.
Zykori does well to come away with it. But good play from number 1, Caitlin Clark, the Tanner back line. I think you've called her name before, Paige. Has done well, been under pressure all night.
Yeah, I like players like her. She's vocal. She seems like a leader on the field, and despite it being 4-0, she hasn't given up, and that just shows a good character.
Nice idea from Mulvey, and good control from Spector. Getting it towards Zykori. It's a touch in. Hannah Berry, smart play back to O'Hagan. Close quickly.
Let's see if the Tanners can get forward in numbers.
Nice defense, though, from the Spy Ponders. Fatopoulos will take over.
Spoke too soon.
Looking for the speed of Zykori. Clark is there, but Zykori's not going to stop. Foster off her line. Woburn fans unhappy with that aggressive play from Misha Zykori.
I mean, it's hers to go for as well, Phil. I think sometimes if you've not played soccer, sometimes that would look like a bit of a dangerous play, but just as fair for the keeper to come out than it is for the forward to go for it.
Indeed. Rolls all the way to Maxwell, whose name we haven't called in a while.
I forgot she was on the pitch.
12 minutes to go. Piercefield, Arlington High School. Spy Ponders 4-0 lead against the Woburn Tanners in this Middlesex League matchup. Paolillo intercepted by Clark. Will go out. Ella Connolly take a break here. Sophomore Dahlia Carr will slide into that center defensive role. Carr with some great play against Belmont as he rotated through the back.
Yeah, I heard she had a great performance. But not surprising, she's a really good player coming back from an injury. So
Seitz takes over now.
there
Clark.
she goes.
Barry with great feet. Looking for Spector. It's defended by Curran.
Yeah, I have a level of understanding sometimes when it is, 4-0 in the first half, and they've kept it, 0-0 in the second half, so to speak. But number one there again, she's just trying to get forward. She's trying to create something, and it just doesn't seem to be happening. I'm not sure running in from centre back's a good move.
Tanner's just play out again. And Paige, with all this pressure the Spy punters are putting on, it looks like it's challenging for the Tanners to get those numbers up the field when they win the ball back.
Yeah, it's 5v1 every time, and even then, they're unable to really make anything of it. Even if they do, manage to get some sort of momentum going on the run. It's a big ask. Definitely is a big ask at this point.
But I would say this is what you wanted to see from the Spy Ponders.
Yeah.
Even though they haven't scored here in the second half, been dominating play, dominating possession, and not conceding really any chances.
Yeah, maybe that was one of the goals, from the coach at half-time is we don't concede, and so far so good. Let's see how the next 9 minutes pan out. Bit of game management now, Phil, as we go into the
Radosevich
last
back
9.
in the game. Be a Tanner throw.
And you mentioned that the Tanners played Lexington, and that was a 3-0. So that makes this feel a little bit extra special. Lexington are a good team.
Yeah, surprising result from a strong team. Interestingly, Paige, 2 of those 3 goals, one was a direct corner and one was a free kick that Lexington conceded.
Right.
Good work in the corner there from Kylie Seitz, 25. Addie Chambers, junior defender, will check in for Gianna Paolillo. Fantastic performance from Gianna as she goes off.
Yeah, really fantastic, and a goal to put the cherry on the cake for her performance tonight.
Mulvey battles with Tezzulo. And Mativier will come up to take the throw. Good throw into space. Belladoman's there. Another throw here for the Tanners on the near side. Well won by Dahlia Carr.
Phil, with 7.5 minutes to go, what do you think the final score is going to be here tonight?
Wouldn't be surprised if it stays 4. I mean, this is. I can still see a goal either side here. I mean, I would give the advantage to the Spy Ponders, but they've made some personnel changes here. Not that should make any sort of difference.
I mean, they're definitely getting more numbers forward. Like, if you look now, there's only 3 at the back, and they've got at least 6 up with play, which was better than the first 35 minutes or so.
But what I would like to, granted, a 4-0 lead, but I would like to see them, close out this. It's been a really, really good performance all around. Like to see this out and keep the clean sheet. Matheson now in the game. Radosevich flicks on. Nice long throw there, but won by the Tanners. Radosovic closes. Fotopoulos, or Ella Connolly now back in the game. Apologies. Zykori. Falls to O'Hagan. Does well. Finds Spector. Nice turn from the sophomore.
I'd look to switch the field here. Can we get our head up and look to switch the field? Look at the space we've got on this side.
Josh versus will be first to it. Mulvey looking for Matheson. Or sorry, looking for Radosovic. O'Hagan now. And well won from Dahlia Carr.
She's in.
Radosovic takes over. Looking for Zykori, but well positioned from Clark there. Plays that out safely.
Yeah, it just wasn't the right ball. I think Zykori was looking for it in front of the defender and the ball came in behind. So not much she could do with that.
Darling comes back in the game. Zykori will take a break. Darling chasing the brace tonight.
She's still got time.
It's great to see all the options that Coach Mike Shenna has on this Arlington team. A lot of depth, a lot of great players. And as you see, very little, if any, letdown in skill, energy, ability. A good header there. Dahlia Carr called into service, but she does well. And the other thing this Carr is very good at, great play in the air from the sophomore back.
Here's an opportunity down the left-hand side now, Phil. See
Chambers finds Matheson. Matheson looks to go direct. Mulvey tries to close. Good play from the Tanners there. Fortunate touch from Chambers. Throw from the Tanners. Matheson wins that one. Inside 5 minutes. Lucia Metz in the game. She'll slot in up top for Addie Darling.
into the last 5.
This might go all the way through to Metz, who just came on the field, but falls towards Chambers. A little battle there. Referee says it's the Tanners. They throw in. Carr wins the header.
Well won. Just got to stay switched on now. Good game management. Don't need to do anything too.
Oh, well done from Chambers. Good run from Spector too. Unfortunate touch. This could be dangerous. Look at that recovery speed from Belladomen though. Really impressive. Spector will run through that one. Looks to cut inside. Does. Oh, nice idea.
Yeah,
looking
really
for
nice idea.
O'Hagan now.
Good. Can she just lay it off and keep it? There we go.
Smart ball out to Chambers. Close down quickly, but she'll win the throw-in. Another sub here. Doman, who's had a great game tonight.
Fotopoulos back in.
Fans appreciate the hard work from the senior
Yeah.
center back.
Really, and then again, another name you mentioned a few times. Solid. I don't think she put a foot wrong tonight. Good
Matheson
strength.
with good control.
Very good strength by Matheson. Good decision. Oh, there we go. How about that?
Late foul there. Ganji taking out Carr.
Could this be the final attempt, Phil?
Could be. We're getting close to the end here.
Yeah, this has been a really, really solid performance by the Spy Ponders.
Chambers won by the Tanners. Chambers gets another chance. Matheson looks to close in and Does well to turn, but defended by Clark well. Well stepped from Connolly. The fall to Radoslovic.
Oh.
I think she's looking for that square ball. Didn't see Spector making that run towards the space.
Yeah, and that ball was on. The run from Spector was spot on. Just a little lack of communication, maybe. Well, Phil, I hope the Spy Pandas can keep this type of performance up. I know they've got a busy schedule coming up, playing on Saturday and Monday. Is that right?
Games Thursday, Saturday, and Monday.
So, yeah, busy schedule.
Yeah, it'll be Burlington's on Saturday. That could be a tough test. If you look at some of the scores around the league.
Yeah. I think they'll go into any game after this performance 4-0 up, clean sheet, 4 different goal scorers, thinking that they can win any match.
And I should have mentioned earlier, talking about scores, that Arlington girls JV A team with a 5-2 win today.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I mean
against Woburn as well.
I mean, this town, Phil, as small as it might be, has got fantastic talents both on the boys and the girls side.
Well, I'm not sure if you know the director of coaching for Arlington Soccer Club, but I think she has a lot to do with it. No, it's great. I love you know, the youth program is really strong. There's so much enthusiasm, and you know, almost all these girls played for Arlington Soccer Club, so it's great to see them playing at this level.
Yeah, no, it is actually really nice to see them develop over the years. And I'll only take a little bit of credit, don't worry.
Should be very close to the final whistle here.
Looks like the bench is getting ready to run on and celebrate. And
there
there's the final whistle.
Wow, great complete performance by Arlington tonight. 4-0 win over the Woburn Tanners. Goals by Addie Darling, Abby Greable, Gianna Paolillo, and the 4th from Tessa Perrone-Crompton. It's not they didn't have chances in the second half page, but a great performance overall.
Yeah, really good performance. I think it was a mature performance. They've obviously you know, done the homework on how the Tanners were going to maybe come out. They, you know, the first few minutes they tried to go over the back and work the pace, but I think in the end they figured that out pretty sharpish, and yeah, the goals came one after another, and it's really hard to get into any sort of flow 4-0 down at half time. But yeah, fantastic. I know we mentioned, Phil, at the break who would we pick in terms of, you know, goal of the game. All very good goals, some individual, some team, but for me, I'm gonna have to go for, oh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna have to go for Tessa Perrone-Crompton. I think that was just the technique on the half volley with pressure. Yeah, and she nearly done it again, so it definitely wasn't a fluke.
It was a great one, and as you said, tough to choose. We did a little bit of a poll
we did.
At halftime.
We had a few
and
fans.
there were votes for all 4. So, you know, great four great goals. Really exciting game tonight. You know, Arlington fans will be happy with that performance. But as we were saying, Spy Ponders move on. Burlington home game, 6:30 here at Pierce Field Thursday evening. They play away at Wellesley, a strong Division I team, non-league game. And then they will play the Stoneham Spartans 10 a.m. on Monday morning. So you know, great. You get a lot of substitutions, a lot of rotations, a lot of playing time. You know, which hopefully will sort of feed into energy and preparedness for Thursday. So for ACMi Sports and Paige Forster here in the booth, really appreciate all of your commentary and support. Great doing these games together. Lewis McCulloch on the camera. My name is Phil Ryan. Hope that everyone has a great evening.
Thanks for having me.